Can you hear me? I have shared the screen. They belong to the Mhm. Can you hear me? I'm stopping this. Look, now here participants, so only one participant. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So we will start the discussion. Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to discuss CSAT paper of UPSC Civil Services Examination. Greetings from Chinmaya. We hope this program will help you to understand the pattern of a CSAT. Okay. Students were saying CSAT was a tough. No. What earlier they followed now. They were asking the same question, but with a little bit of modifications to make it tough. They have made modifications, not more than that. So don't afraid about it. Okay. Now we will start our discussion. So it is a series a D series a question paper. Okay. In that, the first question is for 1 by 3 less than x less than y less than 2. Which of the following statements is are always correct? Whenever you attend the question, UPSC question, you have to look at whether here they are giving not like this or is or are correct. Next, always, only like that. Okay, you have to see that. That is another important point. Next important point is here they are asking questions from the basic foundation, 10th standard level only. But it is very difficult. Why it is very difficult? We are not coming across the mathematics. If you have little bit of knowledge up to 10th standard knowledge in mathematics, then that will help you. Okay, help you. But here students are not reading the mathematics. Okay, so you please do that. Algebra is very important. Similarly, syllogism is important. So from each and every aptitude and reasoning part, they are asking the questions. So now we will start our first question. Okay. Here they have given that the x is greater than 1 by 3. Okay. X is greater than 1 by 3. What is the value of 1 by 3? It is a 0.333 like that. Anyway, we can take it as 0.3. Then x should be greater than 0.3. Then y should be greater than X value. So X value should be between zero point 0.3 to some other value. We will come to that. Then Y should be less than 2. It means Y may be 1.99, 1.8. Okay, any value less than 2. So both X and Y values are between these two, zero point 0.3 and 2. Correct? So I assume that it is first I tell you in layman language, you understand. After that, we will go. So I assume that its value is a 0.5 because it is more than this. Then I take this as 1 less than 2. Okay, less than 2. Zero point 0.5 is less than 1. Zero point 0.5 is greater than 3. Like that, we can take hypothetically a number and then we can substitute in this that number and we can check it. So here x value is 0.5 plus 1 by 0.5 should be less than y value is 1 plus 1 by 1. So here if you take this 0.5, it is a 2. When I cut this, I will get a 2. So 2.5 less than 2. No, here it is not less than 2. Likewise, you can substitute any value in between these two, 1 by 3 and 2. For x and y, you can check. So here, always the word is important. So in this, it failed now. So leave it. Then come to this one. Again, you substitute. Okay. So 1 plus 1 square divided by 1 should be less than is equal less than 1 plus 0.5 square divided by 0.5. You do this calculation. Sir, it is very difficult to do it now. Yes, a square root of 2. You must know the value of a square root of 2. Then here, zero point 0.5 square. It is a 0.25. Square root of 1.25 divided by 0.5. Okay. Then we can find the square root of 2 value, or even we can mug up the square root of 2 value. At the same time, it will be difficult. Okay, it will be difficult to solve this 1.25, square root of 1.25 without a calculator. So here only this method will give you trouble. So understand this. Okay. Or otherwise take x as a round value. If you take x as any value, round value, then y will give you the problem. You may take y as 1.5. Then if you make square of it and substitute it here, again you will get trouble. So that is the problem in this method. So what can we do for this question? So here we have to take the mathematics into consideration. What is that? Function of, I will come to this 1 second. Second. Okay, students. So here, what we have to do for this, we have to convert this, okay, this expression, algebraic expression into simple form. Then only we can understand easily how to convert this expression. So first, I take this expression 1 plus y square, square root of 1 plus y square divided by y. So what I do, I take this y into this, into square root. So it will become y square. Now I simplify this. I get square root of 1 by y square plus y square by y square 1. So plus 1. This value I get. Similarly here, x square, make it square root, full square root, then 1 by x square, 1 by x square plus again x square by x square 1. So I simplify this. Then on both the sides, I remove the square root. On both the sides, I can make a square root. So I can remove the square root. So what I will get? 1 by y square plus 1 is equal to 1 by x square plus 1. So plus 1 will cancel. So 1 by y square should be less than, not equal to here. Less than 1 by x square. Okay. Make this expression like this. Now we know what is the value of y. We have taken 1. 1 as the value of y. So if I substitute that here, it will be 1 by 1 square, which will be less than 1 by zero point 0.5 square. Okay. Because we took x value as a 0.5. It is more than 0.3. So here we took x value as 0.5, y value as 1. So I substitute that here. So 0.5 square is nothing but 1 by 0.25. Correct? 1 by 0.25 is a 4. Here it is 1. So it is less. For any value, it will be like this only. So here choice will be B. For the first question, choice will be 2 only. So what we say in the class to the students now, up to 10th standard books, all the books up to 10th standard, you please refer the basic mathematics. That will help you. Okay, otherwise it will be very difficult for you to clear CSAT, particularly hereafter. So you have to know algebra, basic, even the word differentiation, integration, basic only, because those will be useful in case of finding the velocity. Okay, change in distance divided by change in time is speed, or even if you take it as a quantity, it is velocity. Okay, so you need these mathematical applications. Okay, hereafter. That's all. We will move on to the next question. If you have any doubt, you can interrupt. Okay, the class. Now we will move on to the next question. So here, very simple question. Very simple question. Minimum number of times one needs to measure to get 298 liters of water from a tank. So I have a tank In it, I have huge quantity of water. I want to take 298 liters. But you have given me the cylinders of 1 liter, 6 liters, 25 liters, 100 liters. It is measuring cylinders, okay, of a different capacities you have given me. So I have to take water out of it. But I have to use any one of the cylinders or any two, three cylinders given to me minimum number of times. That is keyword here. Minimum number of times. I have to use these cylinders. I have to take the water. So we are trying. Here one may try with the cylinder, 1 liter cylinder. For 298 liters, they have to pour the water 298 times. Each time 1 liter. No? So 298 times. Maximum number of times. That is, minimum can be converted into maximum. If they ask the question maximum number of times, then 1 liter cylinder can be used for 298 times to fill, to take water. 298 liters of water. Okay. But here minimum. What can I do? I take maximum size cylinder. So I can take 3 times the water from this. I will get 300 liters. It is not matching. So in this case, what we have to do? I have to reduce 2 liters from this. For that only, I have given 1 liter cylinder. So I take 300 liters of water. I take out 1 liters, 2 times the water with 1 liter cylinder. So finally, what I get? 298 liters I get. 298 liters I get. So what I have done? 3 times 100 liter cylinder. By using 100 liter cylinder 3 times, I got 300 liters. By taking out 2 liters with 1 liter cylinder, I have not given 2 liters cylinder. So I use 1 liter cylinder only 2 times. So totally 5 times I have used the cylinders. Also, here 298 now. This can be divided by 298 can be divided by 6. If I divide this 4 times, then 58. Okay, 4 times, remaining 58. So 9 times, then remainder will be coming. 2 liters will be coming. So in order to avoid that, 50 times I can use the cylinder, 6 liter cylinder. So I will get 300 liters. Again, 2 times I use 1 liter cylinder to reduce it. In this case, what happens? I get a 298 liters. But what I have done? 50 times plus 2 times. 52 times I used the cylinders. Similarly, I can take this one, 25 liters, 12 times, 25 liters, 12 times. So I get a 300 liters. I take out 2 liters. So I get 298 liters of water. So 12 plus 2, 14 times. Okay. So in this method, this one will give you only 5 times. Which one? The maximum capacity cylinder 100 liters. If I use it for 3 times, okay, then 2 times 1 liter cylinder, I will get the 298 liters at the end. So totally 5 times I have used. That's all. This is the second question. In exam, you need not to do other things. You can find directly the answer. But for comparison only, I have done this. So you need not to worry about it. Okay. Next, we will go to the next question. Very important question. These are all simple questions. Within 1 minute, you can solve these questions. Next, third question. 4 types of weights we have. 4 types of weights. 1 kg, 2 kg, 5 kg, 10 kg. You have to measure 20 kg. Okay. What is the maximum number of different ways you can measure 20 kg? So I am going to measure 20 kg. If I take 10 kg weight, okay, then in 2 times I can measure. I want to give you 20 kg rice. For that, I take 10 kg weight, I measure 2 times the rice and I give it to you. Okay. If I take 5 kg, then 4 times. Like that, with each and every weight, you can measure this. Good. So if they ask like that, with any one of the weight or with the one or two or more weights, when you measure this, what is the maximum number of times? If they ask this, then you can say 1 kg weight. Okay. You can measure 20 kg with 1 kg weight. So 20 times maximum number of ways. Ways, not ways. 20 times you can measure. Like that, we can discuss. But in this problem, what they have asked, what is the maximum number of different ways one can measure? What is that term ways means? Right? That is important. So first keyword word ways. Then if at least 8, not more than 11 weights. If at least 8, but not more than 11 weights of 1 kg are to be used while measuring. So I can use 8 1 kg. Okay. 8 1 kg weights minimum, maximum 11 1 kg. Sorry, only this 11 1 kg weight. Okay, these two possibilities are there. So with this, how many maximum number of different ways you can measure this? So constraint is you have to use 1 kg, 8 time, 8 1 kg weights. So I'm going to use 8 1 kg weight. So 8 kg I get. What a remaining quantity I want to get? out of 20, 12 kgs. How can I get that 5 2 kgs? Okay. And sorry, 2 5 kgs. 2 5 kgs. 2 5 kgs. Remaining remaining 4 kg. Sorry, 2 kg I need. So 1 2 kg. So what I have kept with this 8 1 kg. Then 2 kgs 1 5 kgs 2. I differentiate the kg, the weight on the basis of the size here. In this way, I can measure 20 kg. This is possible. Then similarly, 8 1 kg, 8 kg plus 1 2 kg. So 10 kg over plus 1 10 kg weight. So here instead of using 2 5 kg weights, I can use 10 kg weight 1. So here also I get the 20 kg weight. In that way only, you have to solve this. Okay. You have to do this many times. But this is a time consuming. This is time consuming. So what can we do? Students have done this within the given time because a 33% mark is enough to clear CSAT paper. So they have done this. You need not to get a 70 questions correct out of 80 like that. So no need to worry. But generally, when they give these things, so you have to make an algebraic equation. Okay, algebraic equation. What is that equation? 1 kg weight, okay, into A weights plus 2 kg weights, B weights, B number of weights, 5 kg, C number of weights, 10 kg, D number of weights is equal to total 20 kg we need. Make this equation. Here for A, we have limitation. What is that limitation? You can use 1 kg weight, 8 weights minimum. 1 kg weight, 11 weights minimum. This is the constraint. Okay. This is the constraint. So in between, you can use 9 kg. You can use 10 kg. Minimum 8 1 kg weights. Maximum 11 1 kg weights. Okay. So after that, you can fill here whatever you want. As we did. Correct? As we did, you can do that to get 20 kg here. So for that, I add 2 kg weight 1. Why 2 kg weight 1? To make it round. Then 5 kg weight 2. Totally 20 kg over. So I should not add 10 kg weight. So 0. Here, put a 0. I get 20 kg. The same equation, I put this as it is. Instead of this, I am going to add 110 kg weight. So automatically I will get 20 kg. Correct? So if I do this, I get how many ways to get a 20 kg weight? That is the question. Okay. These are two ways in case of 8 1 kg weight. Then in case of 9 1 kg weight, okay, what will be the condition? Likewise, we have to solve. Finally, we will get the answer eight ways. In 8 ways, I will be getting this value. Okay. So how in 8 ways? We will solve one by one. Okay. For example, 8 1 kg weights we have completed. Okay. Then at the same time, second point, so here 2 times completed. 2 ways I can say. Next, if I take 10 1 kg weight, with this I can add this weight 10 kg weight one time. So I will get 20 kg. Okay, this is one way. Or instead of doing this, I can take 5 into 5 kg weight into 2 times. 5 kg weight into 2 times. So in this way, we can get 20 kg in different ways. When I take 10 1 kg weights, similarly 11, similarly 9. So I go to this page that will help you to understand easily. So first case, 1 kg into A plus 2 kg into B, 5 kg into C, 10 kg into D, 20 kg. Okay, got it. So we have discussed the two conditions. Weight plus 2 into 1 plus 5 into 2 is equal to 20. Leave this. It is not needed. Next, 1 into 8 plus 2 into 1, 10 kg total. Here we have to put the bracket properly. Otherwise, it will confuse you. Okay. So 10 kg. Now you leave this 5 kg plus 10 into 1 kg. So totally we get 10 kgs. Okay. This is a next one. Next method actually. Then I can take 1 kg 8 times. Okay. 1 kg 8 times, a minimum number of times. Uh, okay, we will go to the next one. The nine times we can take. Okay, 9 times. If I take 9 times the 1 kg, then what will be the total weight? 9 kg. Remaining 11 kg will be there. Okay, remaining 11 kg will be there. To solve that, I take 10 kg. Okay. 10 kg one time. Then 5 kg, 2 kg is 0. Correct? Because if I take that, it will cross 20 kg. It will be more than 20 kg. But now it is 19. Okay. 19 kg one. So here it is very difficult to get this. At the same time, I can take 1 kg 10 times. In that, as we discussed, I can take remaining 2 kg. Okay. 2 kg 5 times. So 20 times. 20 kg totally. I can get again 1 kg 10 times plus I leave this. I take 5 kg. 5 kg 2 times. So I get a 20 kg. Again here 1 kg 10 times. Okay. 1 kg 10 times. So 10 kg take this. Plus 10 kg one time. Okay. 10 kg one time. So 20 kg we can get. Okay. So this is another way. Then 11 kg. We go to the last one. The 11 kg. So 1 kg. Sorry. 1 kg. 11 weights. So 11 kg. Remaining what we want. What we want in the remaining 9 kgs we want. So here I have 5 kg. So I can have one 5 kg plus 2 kgs. Okay, 2 kgs. So 9 kgs I have got. 9 kgs we have got. So 20 kg we can get. Okay, in this way only you have to solve using algebraic equation. Otherwise, it will confuse you. So totally in 4 cases, what we get? 3 ways in case of 1 kg weights. 1 way in case of 9. Then 3 ways, 1 way. So totally 8 ways. Totally 8 ways we can get. So the answer is B for this question. So D series. D series, a third question. The answer is 8. Next. This question has been already asked in UPSC. Okay. In UPSC, the same pattern is now asked. In how many ways? Okay. Will you cut any solid object to get these many parts? Like that, they have asked already. For example, you have a cube. Okay. If you want to make it into 64 parts, 64 parts, then how many cuts you have to make it on that? So if I cut it like this, I get a 9 parts. Again, if I cut in this way, three layers, three layers into nine cubes, identical cubes. That is also important. Identical cubes. So 9 into 3, 27. 27 cubes. If I want to make it into 64, how many cuts? Like that, they will be asking. So here 9. So I cut again here identically, not uniform cut. Okay, not one big cube, another small cube like that. So here how many pieces? I get 12 pieces. Okay, 12 pieces. Again 3 into 12, 36. 3 layers of 12 cubes, identical cubes. So 36 cubes. Like that already in UPSC they asked questions related to this. Again they are asking the same question, but in little bit different way. So here cut on a solid object. Divide the object into two parts first, not equal parts. So I take any solid object. I cut this. Okay, so I get two parts, part 1, part 2. While reading the question itself, you have to mark it. Two parts. Here, new surfaces, thus produced, are plane surfaces. So this side plane surface, if I cut this side plane, plane. No curvature, okay, no irregular shape, plane surface. Okay, good. When we cut perpendicular, we will get even at an angle when we cut, we will get the plane surfaces. Good. Next, one single cut can be used to cut more than one object at a time. It means first cut, when I make a second cut, okay, when I make second cut, it will cut the previous cut also. So more than one object at a time. Now I have two objects because originally I had only one cube. I cut it. Now I cut it in this way. Now two objects are cut. That is given. So while reading itself, reading the question itself, you have to mark, you have to write about it on the rough page only, not near the question. You should not mark near the question anything. Okay, that will amount to malpractice. Don't do that. Go to rough page and do this. Then next statement. In an experiment, a total number of pieces produced by applying n cuts. We are going to cut n times. N cuts. It is denoted by xn. Okay. So here I am going to cut n times. That is the keyword. But at the same time, how many pieces will be produced? Xn pieces will be produced. X number of pieces, n time cuts will be produced. Then the experiment is performed on a solid cube. So here only they have given, at the end of the question only they have given the clue. What object we are going to cut. Whether it is a cube, cuboid, sphere. So it is a cube only, solid cube. Also the pieces. What will be the shape of the pieces? And what will be the shape of the pieces, and also whether we will move the piece or not. For example, I have taken this cube. I cut first here the cube. Good. After cutting this, I get two pieces. I should not move the other piece like this. Okay, I should not move the other piece. I should keep it here itself. First piece, second piece, I have to cut it here. Again, I have to cut in different direction. In how many ways I want to cut, I can do that without moving the pieces after each cut. This is another clue they have given. In this experiment, if after the third cut, the pieces are identical, yes, first cut pieces are identical. If I cut like this, two pieces of equal size, okay, my drawing may be of different sizes, anyway, equal size. Then second cut, if I cut like this, again, four pieces of equal size. My third cut may be here. So top four, bottom four, equal size. I have drawn like this and don't worry about it. So four top pieces, four bottom pieces, eight pieces, three cuts over. Okay, three cuts over. Then after the third cut, the pieces are identical. Good. Then which of the following not possible value for x4? It means a fourth cut. I have made three cuts, xn, x number of pieces, n number of cuts. So here four cuts, fourth cut, three cuts over. So after three cuts, I have got eight identical pieces. Okay, that is possible. Even before fourth cut, we can get eight identical pieces. At the same time, when I do fourth cut, what will happen to this? How many identical pieces will be created? I cannot cut in here. I will tell you. I cannot cut here. If I cut these two pieces are of different shape, not identical. These two will be big. So I cannot cut here. What I have to do? I have to cut here, the third one, here, the fourth one, to get three layers of 12 pieces. Three layers of 12, four pieces in one layer. 1, 2, 3, 4. One layer, first layer, second layer, third layer. So 12 pieces. I can get equal, identical. But I should not cut here, here, in any direction. So that is possible. Okay, good. Then next, 5. Can I get a 5? Yes. You 5 children are there. I want to give you a chocolate to all 5. What I will do? First cut, second cut, third cut, fourth cut. 4 cuts, 5 pieces. 4 cuts, 5 pieces. That's all simple. In geography, when we study 4 glacial periods, 3 interglacial periods. In geography, we study like that. Here also we can apply that principle. You can understand. Okay, so this is also possible. Then, if it is so, you need not to worry about this. You need not to find out whether will you get a 16 identical pieces or not. Definitely one should be the answer out of A, B, C, D. So 16 will be the answer. If you are not able to identify others, then you check whether 16 pieces will you get or not. It is very difficult to get. You will not get with these 5 cuts. Okay, we know about it. One second. So we know about it. Then how can we identify, sir? Okay, one second. It is striking. Okay. So how can we identify this? In the first cut, we get a two pieces. Okay, x1 is equal to 2. Then in the second cut, those two pieces will be 4 pieces. Right? In the third cut, those 4 pieces would become 8 pieces. In the fourth cut, if I make it separately like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. So after fourth cut, I will get 5 pieces. Okay, if I do like this. Similarly, the fourth cut may be done as we discussed horizontally 2 cuts, then vertically 2 cuts. So we will get 12 pieces. Beyond that, I cannot go. Okay, beyond that, I cannot go. So 16 cuts will be impossible to get. That is the point we have to understand. Okay, how can I mathematically prove this? We know mathematical expression p to the power of, sorry, p of n is equal to n cube plus 5n plus 6 divided by 6. So this basic mathematics we should understand. Okay. If you substitute in this the value of n as 1, then 1 cube is 1 plus 5 plus 6 divided by 6. Okay. So here for p to p value 1, you get 12 by 6, that is at 2. So P of 1 is equal to 2. It means I take this cube, I cut one time, what I get? 2 pieces. Then when I cut the same 2 times, what I will get? 2 cube plus 5 into 2 plus 6 divided by 6. Okay. So here 8 plus 10 plus 6 divided by 6. 24 divided by 6. It is equal to 4. So P of 2 means 2 cuts, either horizontally or vertically. I can cut, I will get 4 identical pieces. 4 identical pieces. So, sir, from where we can get this formula? We will discuss this later on in our class. Don't worry about it. Okay, I have to teach the fundamentals, basics. Then only you will understand this. If you follow the Raymond method, which I discussed earlier, it will consume your time. That is important. It will consume your time. So you have to go through the basic mathematics. That will help you for these. Not only this, in future it asks the similar questions in different way. Take a cuboid, cut the cuboid into this. For that we need this formula. We will discuss that. So answer is 16. Why? After fourth cut, after fourth cut, okay. If I take the fifth cut, the value will be more. But for the fourth cut, what will be the value? Maximum 12. So that's all. Up to 12 only we can get it. Beyond 12, when I substitute the values here, I can get a higher value. So for the fifth cut one, not a fourth cut. That's all. Next, class average X. So n number of students are studying in a class, 20 students or 30 students, whatever may be the value. Their average mark is X. It may be 10 marks or 20 marks, any marks. In a test, the class average X in a test increases by 4. So I am going to add 4 marks to the average mark. To the average mark. So that is first point you must understand. Next important point. When the score of a student is rectified means corrected. So instead of a 0, his score was rectified to corrected to 100. Okay, that is the second point. So when we do this, automatically the average will increase by 4. How can we find average? The total marks divided by total number of students. When we do that, we will get average. So here it is done. Students score, right? Corrected score is nothing but 100. When I divide this by n number of students, I get average of 4. From this, what I get, take n this side, 4 that side. So you will get n is equal to 100 by 4. That is a 25. N is equal to 25. It means 25 students are there. Next, score of another student was recorded as 81 in place of 56. 81 in place of 56. Here, I should mark it as 56, but I marked it as 81. How many marks? Okay, I have given extra to the student 25 marks. Okay, 25 marks. Next, if there are no other corrections and the final corrected average is y, then y minus x is equal to what? This is the question. I have corrected one student's mark. I have corrected another student's mark. After that, out of 25 students, we have not made any correction. We have not made any correction. So what will be the average after these corrections? Okay. So here, instead of 56, we have given 81. So if I reduce that, 25 marks will reduce to that student. But in average, 25 marks, okay, 25 marks divided by 25 students we have to take. So in average, it will be 1 mark. 1 mark will be reducing. So what I want to convey is average was increased by 4 marks because to a student, instead of giving 100 marks, we were giving 0 marks. So here out of 25 students, one student's mark was 0, but now I made it 100. Others mark some value. Okay. I corrected it. For that reason, my average increased to 4. How? 100 marks will be given to all the 25 students. Okay. So I can give you layman example. We will take time, don't worry. I will give you layman example. In our class, 5 students are studying. One student's mark is a 10. All the 5 students marks 10. Then average will be 10 only. Total marks divided by total time taken is equal to, okay, 50 divided by 5, 10. Good. But what happens? One student has got 60 marks. Okay. Others 10, 10, 10. He is a very good student. So he has scored 60 marks. If it is so, then average will be 100 divided by, this is 40. Okay, 40 plus 60, 100. 100 divided by 5 is equal to 20. So average increased by 10. This average is X. X is increased by 10 because instead of giving 60 marks, I marked wrongly 10 marks. So that the student approached me, I rectified that mistake. Due to that rectification, the average mark of the class increased to 10. How? 10 marks, 60 marks. Difference, 50 marks. Those 50 marks will be given to, distributed to, average is nothing but a distribution. All the 5 students. Similarly, here what happened? 25 students their marks divided by 25. Marks of 25 students divided by number of students is equal to X average. But one student's mark was mentioned 0. I added 100, I gave 100 marks, rectified that mark to 100. Okay, what will happen? This 100 mark instead of 0, now 100 is added. Now 100 will be distributed to all the 25 students as a 4, 4, 4, 4. All the 25 students will get 4 more marks. So the average will increase by 4. That is the question mark. That is mentioned here. When we rectify a student's score 100 marks, 0 was made given, but I increased it to 100. If I increase that, then average X will increase by how many marks? 4. That's all. Later, what happened? You have to understand this. Very important. Once if you understand, it is easy. Later, what happened in this case? Instead of giving 56 marks to one student, okay, some student X, to him, we had to record 56. But instead of 56, 81 marks was given. So extra 25 marks given to this student. Now I have to correct it. So instead of 81, if I make 56, I have to reduce 25. Total number of students, 25 students. So to each student, I have to reduce one mark. So 25 marks will be reduced to 25 students. So average will be 25 marks divided by 25 students. Automatically, 1 mark will be reduced. So here, average X, first correction plus 4, second correction minus 1. This is new average. What is new average? Y. As given in the problem. Okay. The new average is Y. Then what is the value of Y minus X? Final corrected average. Y. So here, this is final corrected average. It is called Y. Good. Now, what they ask? X minus Y. So this Y will come this side. 4 minus 1 is 3. 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 will go that side. Okay. 3 will go that side. So, but that 3 will be minus 3. In problem, what they have asked? They have asked Y minus X. Why they asked Y minus X? Because they wanted to have positive value. So X plus 4 minus 1 is the new average Y. Y minus X means take X at this side. So Y minus X is equal to 4 minus 1, 3. So Y minus X is equal to 3. This is the answer. So you have to visualize, you have to understand this. So in NCRT average, we have proved to this. We will discuss that later on in our class. Now, if you have any doubt in this problem, you can ask. Otherwise, I will move on to the next question. Okay, I go to the next question. Directions for next 3 items. Very important. Here, first passage. Read the following passage. Answer the items that follow. So read this passage, then answer the questions given here. Okay, we are going to discuss that. Next, your answer should be based solely on the passage. This is the difference between English comprehension and general comprehension. Remember, this is the difference between English comprehension and general comprehension. In English comprehension, you have to take into consideration the English language in which grammar is very important. So in passage, they will not give you the details of language or grammar, but in the questions, they will be asking that. For example, synonym of the word given in this passage. Detected the word. What is the synonym? They will ask. Okay. But in the reading comprehension, they will ask you to follow the author solely on the passage. It means you have to listen to the words of the author. That is important. You have to listen the words. He may give wrong statement in this passage. You should not argue. Okay? He may tell that this virus is not virus which will kill the people like that. But really that virus may be killing virus. Similarly, Babar, or we can take like this. Ashoka won the Kalinga war. But author may say Ashoka was defeated in Kalinga war. Since you know the subject, you will argue, sir. Author says wrongly, sir. Who won the Kalinga war? Ashoka. So I made that as my answer. Like that, you will discuss. That is wrong. So the first instruction to attend a reading comprehension, not English comprehension. When the CSAT was introduced for the first time, English comprehension questions were there. Single digit questions were asked about English comprehension. After that, they stopped it. Okay. Anyway, for various reasons, we need not to discuss that. Now, only general comprehension. So, in this reading comprehension, general comprehension, you have to depend solely on the passage. Whatever given in the passage is important. Don't forget. Next important point. When you answer the questions, you should not deviate from the passage. You should not interpret on your own about the statements given in the passage. You have to stick on to the passage. That is another important point. Then passages will be of a different character. For example, one passage will be related to science and tech. Another passage, health. Another passage, Indian economy. Like that, they will be giving to test the knowledge of civil service aspirants, civil services aspirants. From the first exam, we are seeing this. Okay. So that is another point you have to remember. Now we will go to the passage. So here, when SARS, okay, COVID-2 was first detected in 2019. If it is a school question, then when was it detected? They will ask the simple question. But since it is UPSC, civil services, the highest level of composition, highest level of examination, okay, highest level examination, competitive examination, they will not ask the question like that anyway. So we first detected this. It was a truly novel virus. This statement may be wrong. Maybe. I'm not saying it is wrong. May be wrong. Okay. But we have to accept the words of the author. You have to speak with the author. You have to scan the minds of the author to make an inference about this paragraph. Final inference. Next. At that time, no one in the world has been exposed to this virus or had specific immunity against this virus. Okay. So here they have mentioned specific immunity. Other immunities were there. Okay, it is the meaning. You have to understand. You have to understand. So when you attend the reading comprehension question, what you have to do, that is a very important one. You have to concentrate on each and every word. Instead, only, all, always, occasionally, specific. These words will give you different answers. So concentrate on that while reading the comprehension passage. So here, specific immunity against it, the people did not have. No one, no one, not even a single person. That is the meaning. They are emphasizing the point. These are all my basic instructions to attend reading comprehension or general comprehension. I will not repeat the same for the next passages. You have to understand. So specific immunity against it. Then as I told you, in contrast, when the system was introduced, CSAT was introduced in 2013. Okay. What the people did, teaching faculties did, they asked the students to go through the question first and then come to the answer. So now I take you to question. Before that, I want to complete this statement. In contrast, people across the world have been exposed to HMPV for decades. And the virus is well studied, HMPV virus. You need not to worry about what is a HMPV virus. They will not ask expansion. They are not going to check your general knowledge here. Don't worry about it. So it was well studied, but others were not well studied. Here, in contrast, means a difference between SARS, COVID-2, and HMPV. This statement. If I leave this, if I don't read this, if I erase this, then meaning will be different. How? This is the way of attending the comprehension. People across the world have been exposed to this for decades, and the virus is well studied. Yes, good. But what about this virus? Novel virus, whether it was well studied or not, there is no clue. There is no clue. You cannot say that after reading this passage, this part of the passage, you cannot say, sir, it was well studied, but it was not well studied, sir. So I can infer this from the statements made by the author. You cannot say like that. Where author has mentioned that point? Nowhere in the passage. If you remove this in contrast, but if you put this, then author has compared these two viruses and he made a conclusion. He has made a conclusion about the difference between the novel virus, new one, and the old one to which people were exposed. That's all, ma. From the beginning, I am seeing these kind of questions. So now you go to the question. Okay, to make you understand, I jump before completing the passage. Don't worry about it. Our students will understand me. That is why I do this. Here, though they were similar viruses. Are you getting my point? Okay. Though SARS and HMPV, okay, were similar with a somewhat different epidemiology. It is coming there in passage. We will come to that. Former became pandemic because it was novel. People had not been exposed to it in the past. Then students, marketers, yes, it is right. No, why it is not correct? Okay, now you go to the passage. Very important. In those days, the teachers taught like this. Read the question, choices, then come to the passage. While coming to the passage, I used to leave these words. I referred only this. Okay. Anyway, after seeing this, I conclude yes, both are viruses, similar viruses. Okay. One is well studied because people were exposed, the other was not studied. That's all I mark. Statement one is correct. But if you put in contrast, then they are not a similar viruses. So the term is wrong. Statement one is invalid. Wrong. That's all. After that also I take you. Again they are comparing. Again they are comparing. Author is comparing. HMPV and SARS belong to very different virus families. Then how can we say similar? Okay, it is clearly mentioned. They belong to two very different families with fundamentally different characteristics and epidemiology. But in answer, what they have given? Somewhat different epidemiology. Yes, correct. But similar viruses. This is wrong. Okay, similar viruses is wrong. Different epidemiology. Then next point. With a strong seasonality seen in this virus, unlike SARS. So again difference. Both viruses cause different severity and symptoms. So their impact also differs. Symptoms, consequences differ, particularly over long run. So sometimes it may be given as a short term in the answer. The affected population segments do not fully overlap. Affected population of both the viruses do not fully overlap. Then what does it mean? Partially affected population segments may overlap. That is the meaning of this. Next, in general, HMPV causes milder illness, with the deaths being very rare and with no long-term post-viral symptoms. These are all the characteristics of HMPV. Where have they given the word pandemic? I am coming to my point. Stick on to the words of the author. You don't infer the author's mind without deviating from the passage. UPSC is clever always. They will give the clue. Your answers should be based solely on the passage. Okay? Where author has mentioned it as a pandemic. Search. No. Nowhere. Then how can you take like this? Sir, no one in the world. So I took this. Wrong. No one in the world does not mean that it was a pandemic. That's all. This is the secret of cracking the reading comprehension or general comprehension questions. We don't have English comprehension questions nowadays. So don't worry about it. Okay, I will discuss the second statement. After that, you ask any doubt because today I want to clear to the students all the doubts regarding this. From next week onwards, we will give you the passages to make you understand. The students are told, sir, passages were very tough. Even English medium students told me, CBSE students told me, where is it tough? If you know the secret, then it is easy. Now we have revealed the secret of how to attend this question. UPSC itself has given in the instruction. Students deviate and they are saying that it was tough. This is not right. Anyway, come. Next statement. Two viruses have fundamentally different impacts on the human population. So here it is given. Viruses cause different severity of symptoms. Correct? Two viruses have fundamentally different impacts. Symptoms. Okay? That is important. One, here it is given. No long-term effect caused by this virus. So other should do that. That is the meaning. Okay. Also, here they have given in general. That is also important. So different impacts on human population and should not therefore be dealt with in similar manner. Okay. Here they have given. Already we have exposed to this virus for decades. Well studied. Okay. So also no one is in the world has been exposed to this and no specific immunity against it in the human society. If it is so, then while making the policy, you IAS officers, secretaries to health department, what will you do? Will you follow the same handling techniques or a different one? Tell me. You will say HMPV, the people across the world. Okay, the people across the world have been exposed to HMPV for decades. And the virus is well studied. So we need not to worry about that. Sometimes it comes in news. In Tamil Nadu itself, secretaries used to say that it is not a killer disease. This virus will not cause a death. Don't worry about it. Complete a bed rest for 3 days with antibiotics enough to cure. Don't be panic. Like that, they will be giving advice. In that case, they will deal with that virus in one way. At the same time, this virus in which the people don't have specific immunity, we have to deal with that in different way. So that is mentioned here. So what is the answer? 2 only. B for Bengaluru. Now students can ask any question related to reading comprehension. Sir, how to attend the reading comprehension question? Still, I am not able to understand. If you tell me, then I can give you again the explanation. It doesn't matter that how many questions we are going to complete today. I will take 10 questions today, tomorrow 10. Like that, we can take slowly. But after that, you should not fail in CSAT. You should not face a struggle in attending comprehension, aptitude, reasoning, any question. So this is a training program I am giving now to our students. Yes, please. Okay, I hope there is no doubt. Now we will move on to the next question because the following 3 items, na, that is important. Next 3 items. So here, next question. Which of the following reflect the intent of the writer? What inference you arrive at while reading this passage? What is the intent of the writer? What author says? N number of ways they will be asking the question. For all, we have the same answer with a little bit of difference. I will discuss. So, intent of the writer in the above passage. So, already we have completed the passage. We need not to worry about it. Now, we will go to the question directly. To evolve methodologies for objective analysis of the 2 viruses. Okay, where it is given, we have to evolve the methodologies. Whether author has spoken about it, has given any clue about it, nothing. Then how can you say methodologies should be developed? 2 viruses have been discussed. Okay, good. Their symptoms, epidemiology, then how it affected the society. Author has discussed, but he did not give any clue related to the methodology we have to develop to analyze this. These viruses, compare these viruses. That is why I told you, you don't infer on your own. What is the intent of the author? Intent means aim, objective. In Tamil, it is a nokam. writer of this passage, author of this passage. நோக்கம் என்ன? அவருடைய நோக்கம் இங்க எதுவுமே சொல்லவே இல்லையே. He just discussed about these things. அவ்வளவுதான். இது இப்படி இருக்கும், அது இப்படி இருக்கும், இது இப்படிப்பட்டது, அது இப்படிப்பட்டது, இது நமக்கு தெரியும், அது நமக்கு தெரியாது. ஜென்ரலா பேசும்போது இவர் இந்த வேலை பார்ப்பாரு, அவர் அந்த வேலை பார்ப்பாரு. அவரை கூட எந்த வேலையும் பார்ப்பாருன்னு சொல்ல, இவரை தான் சொல்லி இருக்கிறாங்க. This virus will cause this in general. In general, that is important. Specifically, this virus may cause other things also. Have we gone through any intent, nokam of the author here? No. So statement 1 is wrong. If you eliminate this, two choices will vanish. Out of two, even if you don't know 2 and 3, if you have these kinds of questions, sir, I knew only two choices. Confirm. I knew that these two choices will not come. Then I studied other choices, but I could not make any conclusion out of other two choices, B and D. What can I do, sir? Shall I leave it? No. If there are 10 questions like this, if there are 10 questions like this, attend boldly anyone. Pray God and mark anyone. Okay? Out of 10 questions, 6 may be wrong. Okay? 4 may be correct. Bad luck. Sometimes 6 may be correct, 4 may be wrong. Good luck in negative marking system. Before that, there was no issue. Anyway, 6 wrong, 4 correct. You will get 4 marks for 6 questions. 2 marks will be deducted. So if you deduct this 2 mark from this, then you will get positive 2 marks, even after deducting negative marks. This is not only for CSAT, but also for all the questions. GS. Okay? GS and other CSAT questions. You follow this method, you will get a gain. Out of 10, definitely 3 or 4 will be good. Even 3 may be correct, 7 may be wrong. For 7, 2.33 marks will be deducted. If you deduct that here, you will get 0.66. Again, the gain for you. In 0.33, the students will lose the service, will fail in the prelims. Then they will lose the opportunity to write mains. Then finally service. But in the next attempt, when they clear, they will say, sir, in the last time, I lost the prelims by 0.33 only, sir. Had I got this opportunity, I would have cleared. So remember this one. So statement 1 is wrong. Okay, completed. Then statement 2. To establish epidemiological similarities and differences between two viruses, where author has discussed the where author tried to establish the epidemiological similarities. Here just he mentioned that two different virus families with fundamentally different characteristics and epidemiology. But here epidemiological similarity, that is a mistake. Difference in epidemiology, not a similarity. So this statement is wrong. Also, he did not want to establish it. Establish means he is to prove, he is to give supportive statements to his write up about epidemiology. That is also wrong. And the differences between two viruses. He did not establish it. He just told about the differences. For example, in our class, what I say, student A is studying well, student than other students B, C, D, E, F. That is my statement. What is my intent? I just say the difference between the students. If I want to establish my statement, what I do, what I should do, I have to take a test mark. I have to list it. In that, I should show student A has got good marks every time. I should establish it. Other students B, C, D, they get a low marks. Like that, I have to establish. But here nothing. Also, epidemiological similarities, no differences in characteristics and epidemiology. So when you read the passage, don't get panic. Read in a casual way. Try to understand the passage. Then while reading this, cross check it. Then mark it. In previous years, UPSC had given long passage and they asked only one question. After reading this passage, you will have limited time to understand, remember, and attend this question positively. Students had difficulty, but now it is not so. One small passage, they have given three questions. After the exams, the students had told us, "Sir, very tough it was." No, after seeing the question paper, I could understand. Anyway, next, so statement two, okay, it is wrong. Then statement three, to offer better understanding of remedies of a HMPV, where author has discussed remedies. Nothing, not even a single point related to remedy. General symptoms, causes, he has discussed, not a remedy. So I couldn't find this word or related to this word, I couldn't find anything in the passage. So I conclude this statement is wrong. Also, when analyzed in conjunction with the SARS, no, he made statements related to the difference between these two. He did not make analysis to give remedy. Also, did not give remedy. So answer is a D. None of the above for the seventh question. Okay, that's all, ma'am. Students, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay, we will move on to the next question. Which of the following statements reflect logical and rational inference that can be drawn from the passage? I told you. What do you infer? Logical inference can be drawn. This is yours. In the previous point, intent of the author. That is why you cannot do this. Since the students are not able to understand this, they argue. It was not inference of this passage, your own inference of this passage. It is related to intent of the writer, author. So if you get any word in support of remedies, establishment, then you can say, okay, this was the intent of the author. I write like this. You officers should take severe measures, including arrest in case of drug trafficking. What is my intent? I want to eradicate drug trafficking from the society. Like that, we should get a clue from the words of the writer or author. But here it is your logical, rational inferences. Remember this. That's all. Most of the times, the students fail in this regard. They are not able to distinguish between these two. Now, HMPB has historically had longer documentation of studies when compared to SARS. When compared to SARS, whether this statement is correct or not. This is your own statement. Yes, correct. How? From passage what we studied. After studying this passage, I come to conclusion that the word well studied means in medical we have to make a documentation. COVID, we have created a documentation. Next time, if we are affected, then we can easily deal with it. We can deal with it in a better way in future. But for the first time, what happened? We did not know about it. We became panic. No one was known of it. We were exposed to this for decades. That means a long period. Decades, long period. Exposed keyword. People across the world, everywhere, well studied. That is important. Okay, sir. You are correct. We accept. So HMPV historically for decades. Clue. Author did not say historically. You infer from the passage logically. Remember this. So historically, it was studied, sir, for the past 5 decades. They made documentation of studies. That means well studied, well studied. When compared with the source, sir, it is not given. You are making mistake. That is why I told you that kindly read the passage carefully in contrast. Now you have gotten, that's all. Matter finished. In contrast. So, in comparison to SARS, HMPV was historically well documented, studied. Every year I teach the students in this way only. That's all. Okay. So statement 1 is correct. Then statement 2. Two viruses are different from each other. Yes, they were different from they were from different families. Good. This results in markedly different outcomes amongst those affected. Yes, in general, those affected by HMPV, they were affected like this. Good. Okay. But others, for others, what happened? Different epidemiology, characteristics. Okay. Both viruses cause different severity, symptoms, long term, short term. Long term, short term. Here, no long term. Here, it is a long term. So, from this, what we infer, not author, what we infer, yes, two viruses are different from each other, and this results in markedly different outcomes amongst those affected. Yes, I was affected by HMPV. So I had mild illness. Sometimes with thank you, with the deaths being very rare, no longer, no long-term positive viral symptoms. Okay. So this is the point when we are affected by HMPV. But at the same time, when we are affected by SARS, we will be having different severity symptoms, severity of symptoms. That's all. So statement 2 is correct. Remember. Then statement 3, no long-term impacts of the two viruses are dissimilar. This kind of a statement will be asked. Instead of speaking directly a matter, I will speak in opposite way. Instead of making positive statements, I will make negative statement. Long-term impacts of the two viruses are, if I put a similar, that is of one meaning, dissimilar, another meaning. Okay, anyway, here we come to this point. Both the viruses cause different severities of symptoms, particularly over long term. So, long term impact, symptoms impact of two viruses are different. This is in an important differentiator between them. Yes, both the viruses cause different symptoms of severity, particularly over long term, and affected population segments do not fully overlap. So, from this, I can say both can be differentiated on this base, short term basis, short term impact, long term impact, like that. Next, one common factors between the two viruses is a seasonal specificity. That is the statement given to us. Can we infer this? Can we make this inference from this statement, from this passage, this inference? No, we cannot make. Why we cannot make? When we read this passage, we can understand. Both are from different families, different characteristics, epidemiology, with strong seasonality seen in HMPV. HMPV only will show strong seasonality. So with that, I can conclude, how can you say two viruses is a seasonal specificity? It is one of the common factor. How can I say? In support to our inference, it is mentioned unlike, very important, unlike. That is why I told you, in contrast, unlike, in general, both, all, only, truly, well studied, This is a reading comprehension. So fourth statement is wrong. In contrast, so B, choice B is correct. Yes, please. If you have any doubt, you can ask. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay, students. You don't have any doubt. Okay. Next, we are going to this segment. Three variables x, y, and z takes values 2, 3, 4, 5. In what way? That their values are always distinct. Okay? Distinct means they should not be same. Repeating. Then, if m and n denote largest possible value and the smallest possible value, respectively, for this expression, then m minus n is equal to what? Simple question. Again, algebraic expression. That is why we tell to students go through basic mathematics. At this age, when you go through that, you will easily remember that. So here what happens? Very important in all the problems for the past few years, the UPSC is following the sets. In Tamil, it is Ganam. Very important. Students struggle in 10th standard to study the sets. But that is the basis for CSAT. How, sir? I will come to that. Don't worry. Now, this is the expression they have given. So, if it is M denotes largest possible value. N denotes smallest possible value respectively. So, M is equal to X into Y plus Z. N is equal to X into Y plus Z. Sir, how, sir, it will become largest, it will become smallest? While taking small numbers, you will get the smallest value. Shall I take X as a 2, Y as a 2, Z as a 2? You can, but it is given in the problem that these values are always distinct. These values are always distinct. So you cannot repeat it. Okay. In order to get the highest value, what can I do? I take the largest numbers, 5 and 4. In reverse, you have to come always. Plus next highest number, 3. So 20, 23. Value of m. Simple. Next, to get the smallest value, what I should take a smallest number only. 2 into 3. After that, the smallest number will be 4. So 2 into 3, 6. 6 plus 4, 10. What is the difference between these two numbers? 23 minus 10, m minus m, n is equal to 13. Answer is C. Ninth question. Answer is C. Okay, sir. But have they asked the similar questions earlier? Yes. Can we find these questions in school books? Yes. You have been not taught. That is the problem to our students. So remember this one. So here What we do generally when we use the sets, I say I am going to give the values for x comma y comma z. Okay, the values for x comma y comma z should be from this set. What is it? 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. In school we have studied. In that they will be saying that 2 can repeat, 3 cannot repeat. Like that they will give the condition. Even in state board it is clearly given. So don't afraid of it. If you prepare in a right way, then you will clear. I give you assurance. Practice. Do hard work. Refer the standard materials. Don't deviate from standard material. Also, don't follow the previous year questions only. Take a syllabus, concentrate on everything. Previous year they asked the questions majorly from number system, unit digit. I will concentrate on that. Yes, this year also they will concentrate, but one or two questions, maybe. Sometimes 5 or 6 questions. We cannot predict. That's all, ma. So, students, again, if you have any doubt, you can ask about this ninth question. Otherwise, I will take you to next question. It is a somewhat a lengthy question, but don't worry about it. We can easily solve it. Okay. Okay, ma. So I hope there is no doubt. We will move on to the next question. Here, suppose x, y, z are variables. Variable means in any equation, x plus y is equal to 3. 3 is a constant. It is a basic of algebra. In the first class, we teach this to the students. So it is a constant, but x is a variable. How? If I vary the value of x, then y value will vary. Y is equal to 3 minus x. If I put 1 here, what is the value of y? 2. If I put 2 here, value of y will be 1. If I put 3 here, value of y will be 0. So if x value is varied, y value will vary. That is why they are called variables. Students from arts background, non-professional background, engineering, mathematics background will should know about the terms in mathematics. You have studied in school, but at that tender age, you are not able to understand it. Now you are matured, so you can easily understand. Anyway, these values are variables taking positive real numbers. Positive real numbers. Okay. Are there any negative? Yes. We have generally negative numbers also. Then what are real numbers? That is important, no? Okay. The real numbers may be the natural numbers. What are natural numbers? 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma natural numbers. It is denoted by the letter N, natural, capital letter. Whole number. I say this number up to infinity. That is important. No limit. Natural number is not a full whole. I say why? Because we have to include 0. Then only it will become whole number. I say generally. In this way only we can decide whether it is Natural number or whole number. Okay, good. Then integers, Z, not I. All whole numbers, all whole numbers and their negatives. What are the negatives? -1, -2, -3. 0 does not have negative. So this side infinity, that side infinity. This is integer. Then rational, irrational numbers. Numbers which can be expressed in terms of fraction 2 by 3, x by y, rational numbers. Irrational numbers, we cannot express them in terms of a fraction. Why? They will be like this, square root of 2. Also, their value will be some 1.7329, like that. It will be going on. We will discuss that. Anyway, all these numbers are real numbers. So, in the number system in the first class, you have studied this. Also, imaginary, that is a different. Anyway, we will discuss that also. So here what they have mentioned, only those positive real numbers. So here is negative and 0. Only positive real numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to infinity. That's all. Next, first time when you hear about it, you will afraid. But after practicing around 500 problems related to real numbers, you will automatically do it within few seconds. So positive real numbers. So values should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to integer. Also, it may be fraction. Here it is a fraction. I told you fraction is also rational number. It is also a real number, but a positive fractions, not a negative one. Next, y is directly proportional to x square. Yes, good. Y is directly proportional to x square. But in problem, we need equal to symbol to solve any algebraic expression. What we have to do? Put a constant. Any constant. Don't worry about it. The constant may be k, any constant. Constant of proportionality. Since I remove this proportionality symbol, I add this constant. So y is equal to kx square. I have got an expression, algebraic expression. Good. Then x is inversely proportional to z. X is inversely proportional to z. Again, I remove the constant. I remove the proportionality symbol. So I have to put any constant. The constant may be a. So a by z. X is equal to a by z. That is another point. Now, what is the question? For z is equal to 7 by 25. The values of y and x and y are 5 and 50 respectively. If y is 98, what is z equal to? Simple. They have given this z value. If I substitute that value, I will get x. That value also given 5. Clear? So if I substitute z here, I will get one x value. That value is equal to what? 5. X value is 5. Even I can write it this side. X value is 5. From this, what can I find out? A value. I can find out A value. Neil, you have asked one doubt. Sir, if I understand right, facts and paragraphs need to be treated differently. Yes, when you are asked to give your inference about the passages, you can treat it differently. In the last problem, okay, here inference only. Author did not say that longer documentations were made, well studied, but a longer documentation, this word was not used by author. Whether asked, if they had asked that what was rational inference made by author, then you would mark wrong this. So here it is your inference. You can treat it differently. Historically, author did not use this word. You have logically concluded, rationally concluded. Inference. Okay, similarly, the difference. Yes, Kanna. I hope your doubt is cleared. If you have any doubt, you can type it. Oh, okay, now we will move on to this. So here, the value of x should be 5. Z is given. Then what will be the value of this constant? What we have to do? We have to send this to this side. When I send this to this side, okay, A value, I will get the value of A. Next, when I substitute the value of Y as a 50 and X as a 5, because they have given 5 and 50. Then 5 will come this side. So K is equal to 50 by, sorry, not 5, 5 square. Here square is there. X squared. So 5 squared, 25. So K value will be, we will get a K value 2. Similarly here, okay, the value of C we will get. So when you take this to that side, you will get a C value. When you substitute that C value, now we have got this expression y is equal to K into X square. X is equal to A by Z. Correct? So when we substitute this value here, this will go that side now. So 7 by 25. If you cut this, you will get a 5. So 7 by 5. What is this value? A value. So A 7 by 5 into Z. Okay. Then K value. What value we have got? 2. So it is equal to 2 into X square. Good. To find out that only they have given this value. Now you want Y value. Y value is given new value. So Y is a 98. Okay, Y is a 98. If it is so, what is a Z value? You cannot find out Y value directly, sorry, Z value directly from Y value, because X is related to Z, not Y. X is related to Z inversely, proportional to Z. Y is directly proportional to X squared. So first substitute Y, then find out X value. So what we can find here, X squared is equal to 98 by 2. Okay. So it is 49. Then x is equal to square root of 49. I take a square root on both. So x will come out here 7. So x value is 7. Good. Now you have to find out z value. X is equal to 7 by 5 is it. Then we need z value now. Z is equal to 7 by, take x this side, z this side. So 5x. We know the value of x. Don't multiply this. Immediately cut this. Okay. So 1 by 5. Z will be 1 by 5. That's all. So answer is B. B for Bengaluru. That's all. So what they have given, take that, proceed. Okay, take that, proceed. Then you can clear. While reading the question, you don't get panic. Whatever they have given in the statement form should be written in the form of equation or diagrams. If it is related to the cutting the cube, then you draw the diagram on the paper. Then only you will understand. That's all, Kana. So now you can ask any doubt if you have. Then we will continue other 10 questions in the next class. Okay, we will have CSAT classes for the coming week. I will cover this question paper. Okay, in 3-4 classes. Then you will get a clear cut idea. Regular tests will be given to you. After that, for our students, I will take the the NCRT content. Okay, related to our CSAT. Then you can understand what is mathematics, what is a CSAT paper. Also, when you read these questions, you will feel that if you were secretary, what decision would you had taken? That is asked here. What will you infer from the issue in the society, health issue or any issue? How will you tackle that? How will you tackle that in the society? That capability is also checked in CSAT paper. Don't forget, it is not a merely simple paper to check your English language knowledge in mathematics, algorithm which is working in your brain. Then only this algorithm will work successfully when India faces COVID-like situations. Then India's people, we will be saved by you officers. That's all. If you realize this rhythm, pulse of the question paper while reading, then you will clear CSAT. Become like officer. Also, when CSAT was introduced in syllabus, they gave the topic a communication skills. In that communication skills, they asked English language communication skill in English comprehension, then general communication skill from the general comprehension. They were not asking, they were not conducting the test to check your writing ability, reading ability. Reading, okay. Reading ability was checked with the reading comprehension, general comprehension. Language communication skill was checked with at least 3 to 5 questions from English comprehension, grammar and other related informations. But they stopped asking that English comprehension, leave it. But still they are asking this question for what? To check your algorithm, brain's algorithm. Also to check your reading skill. Then only you will understand and communicate properly. Reading, writing, listening, speaking. It is not like MBA entrance exam, foreign language, TOEFL like exams. So we cannot conduct the exam to test your speaking ability, listening ability. But in those exams, that will be conducted because infrastructure will be there. But in UPSC, still we are conducting in offline mode, not online mode. Why? We should not, we don't want to leave any capable candidate from the nook and corner of the country. You may be in Meghalaya, Nagaland. You may not have proper infrastructure to conduct an online exam to test your speaking and listening communication skill. But you have to be selected. You have to become steel pillar of India. That is why even today we have in application process, in exam process, the offline modes. That's all. So now you have an idea about a CSAT paper. Since we were there, we were writing the civil service exam at the time of introducing these papers, we can realize the truth behind this paper. That is why I have given this. So anyway, today we have made the discussions fruitfully. You have got, I hope you have got certain idea about this. In the next classes also we will discuss. Okay. CSAT classes, weekly CSAT classes, so don't miss it. You will get a clear cut idea. Also do practice. We will give you every week the CSAT comprehension questions. Practice it. We will discuss. So you will be ready. Again, once again, I appreciate the students, okay, for attending this session from Chinmaya Academy for Civil Services. Also, I expect our students to come to free mains writing foundation program. Any student, okay, students from outside our institute also. Within 20 days, they will be publishing the result generally. So we expect in 20 days the result. So already 10 days are gone. So in another 10 days or 15 days, the result will come. Before that, you start mains writing practice. We will give you the support. All the best. For our students also, okay, all the best to clear in 2027 in your first attempt the civil services examination with a top rank, not less than even first rank, I say. You have ability, but your eyes are closed. Our duty is to open your eyes. We are doing that. So kindly follow us. Nothing more than that. If you do this practice for 100 tests, you will say before attending CSAT, sir, nothing to worry about a CSAT. I have seen all the questions, aptitude, reasoning, then comprehension, all the questions. Like that you will say. But students nowadays are afraid. Why? They do not analyze the paper like this. That's all. So I wind up the session. Thank you. Thank you for everyone.